Hi guys. So today we are going to practice some addition with some very big numbers. So I know you've been working all year on getting better and better at adding and subtracting, but we are almost third graders now. So we really want to make sure we can work with some bigger numbers. As a second grader, it is absolutely perfect for you to be able to use tools and drawings to help yourself with adding and subtracting larger numbers. So today I am going to use a math app on my Chromebook to help me to solve this problem. So down at the bottom of your screen, you can see what app I am using. You can just go on to Chrome extensions and type in Number Pieces by Math Learning Center, and you can get this exact same screen on your Chromebook also. Honestly, it may already be there. I'm just not sure, so I wanted to make sure I told you how to get there, okay? So this app is pretty cool because it allows me to use those tools that we use a lot in our classrooms to help us think about numbers. So look at this kind of reddish colored block. How much do you think that represents? What does that look like to you? If I wasn't sure, could I maybe count and find out? Let's do some counting. So I think that's a color that we're not gonna be able to see. Okay, so let's do some counting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So in this first row, how much is there? There's 10, right? So how much is in this row? Also 10. How much is in this row? 10. So how many 10s do we have so far? We have 3 groups of 10, 4 groups of 10, 5 groups of 10, 6 groups of 10, 7 groups of 10, 8 groups of 10, 9 groups of 10, and 10 groups of 10. So what do we know about 10 groups of 10? 10 groups of 10 is 100. So here we have a group of 100. Okay. What do you think this is a group of right here? Are you thinking it's also a group of 10? And I'm looking and I'm noticing that I see 5, and then there's kind of a dark black line, and then 5 more. So I know 5 and 5 makes a group of 10. And then what do you think this represents? Yeah, that's our 1 right there, isn't it? So let's go ahead and clear our board. And let's see if we can use this tool, these tools online, to help us to think about 245 plus 104. So I'm going to, get rid of this. How do I get rid of these? Maybe. Aha, I'm learning something every day. Okay, so look at our 245 plus 104. What is 245? 245 is a group of 200 plus a group of 40 plus a group of 5. Now, normally when we write numbers in standard form, in the easiest way to represent those numbers, don't we? So standard form is 245. But we can also expand that number and write out what each of those digits represents. So this 2 is not just a 2. It's not 2 like 1, 2. It's 2 groups of 100. So 2 100s. This 4 is not just a 4 like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4D. And this 5 is just a 5. But what about our 104? What is it really? It's a group of 100 plus, do we have any groups of 10? We do. In our group of 100, we just counted them, didn't we? How many groups of 10 does it take to make 100? It takes 10 groups of 10. So we do have tens in our 104. However, the digit that's in our tens place that's representing our groups of 10 tells us that there's no individual by themselves groups of 10 because our tens were put together to make that group of 100, weren't they? So we don't have any by themselves tens in 104, but we still have a 4, don't we? So let's put it in there. Okay. So now we've expanded both of our numbers. Instead of just having standard form, the way that we're used to saying and writing our numbers, we've broken them up and expanded them to really stretch out and think about what each of those digits represents. So, can we show it with pictures? Can we build it? Absolutely, we can. So, let's build our 200 first. So, you told me that this is 100, but I need 200. So, I need another group of 100. Nice. You know what? I'm going to overlap them because if I don't, we're going to run out of space. So, I'm going to do that just like that. And now, what do we need? We need 40. Well, how are we going to get 40? We need to grab some tens, don't we? So we need to grab how many tens? So 10, 20, 30, 40. How many groups of 10 did it take? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 groups of 10 represents 40 because we were able to count by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40. How much more do we need to make our number 245? We need 5 more, don't we? So 1, 2, it's trying to stick them together, isn't it? 3, 4, and 5. So now we have 245. But we need to add 104 to our 245. So let's add it. So we need 104. 104. 101. 102. 103. 104. Now, we have our 245. We have our 104. What do we need to do next? We need to combine the ones that are the same, don't we? So let's put all of our 100s together. So let's bring this 100 over here. So now we have how many hundreds? We had 100 plus 200, or 200 plus 100, which makes a total of 300. Nice. We have our 40, 10, 20, 30, and 40. Do we have any other groups of 10 to put with these? We don't have any other individual groups of 10. We have other groups of 10. They've just been put together to make bigger groups of 100. 10 groups of 10 makes a group of 100. So we have lots of 10s in here, but right now they're all bonded together. They're glued together to make those groups of 100. So right now, the only by themselves 10s we have are these 10s right here. So we have 40 because 4 groups of 10 is 40. And then we also have our group of 5 and our group of 4. So I'm going to put those side by side because it helps me to see it if it's set up in a way that's easy for my eyes to subitize and just know that number without having to count it. So I know that if there was one more right here, 5 and 5 would make another group of 10. But there's not a group of 5 on this side. There's only 4. So I know that that makes a group of 9. So we have 349. So our total for 200 plus 40 plus 5, 245, plus 100 plus 4, plus 104 is 349. Nice job. Now, I'm curious to see what you can do with this. So I have a problem for you. I want you to think about 403 plus 274. Could you draw me a picture? Could you show me another way to represent that number, or I'm sorry, those numbers, that you would be able to think about how to combine, how to add those two numbers in an efficient way that shows me that you understand, okay? I want you to be able to talk about it. When you are able to talk about it, when you are able to show your thinking, I want you to be able to share that back with your teacher so he or she can see how you're thinking about these bigger numbers. Use what we know about the numbers to help us when we're trying to put them together or take them apart. Good luck. I know you'll do awesome. Bye, guys.